1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Rooming house on Venice Beach. Wow, wow. Rooming house on Venice Beach. Wow, wow.
It was a room in a house on Venice Beach, nice and cheap, a radiator and a sagging bed on which to sleep. I didn't lock it, who would want my cheap guitar and that t-shirt in those paper bags? Nah, nah, oh, the ancient world was in my reach from my room and house on Venice Beach. It was a rough, with ancient, rustic, hippie stuff. It was a cheap. Oh, nowadays I hear that the rents are steep. It was a eerie. Followers of Watson Leary could walk to Marina Del Rey by the dock. Oh, the ancient world was in my reach from my room and house on Venice Beach. Room and house on Venice Beach. Wow, wow. Room and house on Venice Beach. Wow, wow. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Well, room and house on Venice Beach. Wow, wow. It was a room and house on Venice Beach, about half a block to the ancient sea, which I could reach with half a walk. Oh, the ancient weird guy in his toga, staff in hand. Oh, the ancient bearded guy doing yoga on the sand. Oh, the ancient world was in my reach from my room and house on Venice Beach. It was a cheap. Oh, nowadays I hear that the rents are steep. It was a rough, with ancient, rustic, hippie stuff. It was a wild. Oh, you're never gonna call it mild. Oh, hip. I could move and not make a second trip. The ancient world was in my reach from my room and house on Venice Beach. Let's go. House on Venice Beach, all screwed up, half a block from the ancient drunk guys passing the cup, half a block from the bearded weird guys singing flat, half a block from the weirdo weird guys passing the hat. And the ancient world was in my reach from my room and house on Venice Beach. Room and house on Venice Beach. Wow, wow. On Venice Beach, where I was half a block. I love that place, just because, well, I didn't want it. Who would want my bag of crap? So I never locked the old screen door. I just let it flap. Oh, the ancient world was in my reach from my room and house on Venice Beach. It was a rough, with ancient, rustic, hippie stuff. It was a eerie. Followers of Watson Leary. It was a wild and a free that appealed to me. It was a hip. I could move and not make a second trip. The ancient world was in my reach from my room and house on Venice Beach. Room and house on Venice